Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Luke.
and we're Android guys,
Give us 5 to 10 minutes of your day
and we'll tell you about a product or service.
or an app that you might be interested in.
Luke, I'm going to punt to you.
Okay.
You've got some headphones?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a chance to check out some new over-the-ear headphones from Skullcandy, which is a brand that, is pretty well known generally.
Mm-hmm.
It's their new ANC. They're called the Crusher 2. So it's the second version of the Crusher.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sensory bass headphones with active noise canceling. And that is 100% true. These things, so we review lots of headphones and earbuds and stuff. And some of them that have like a good deep bass, the bass sounds great, but unless you have the volume full blast, you don't really like feel bass, in a headphone or an earbud.
Mm-hmm.
These are different. They have an actual dedicated dial to how much bass you can dial into the mix. And it feels like when you wear them, it feels like you're in your car with like a kicker in the back.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's the bass feedback you get in the ears, and it's not a painful thing. It's not a thing that's like annoying or like it sounds good. It's not distorting or anything. It's not it's a nice rich bass sound, but you also have the movement that you can feel the bass.
Just like a lot of presence to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was surprised by it because, Skullcandy has been doing audio stuff for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. But
they were kind of known as kind of a mid-range kind of brand. And this, at least to me, just really steps up just the offering because that sensory bass system is so unique. It almost makes you listen to music differently in your head. It has active noise canceling, which works great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a couple different buttons on the outside on the ear cups, things like pause, and you can skip tracks, and then you can also change it to like an ambient mode. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of turn off the active noise canceling so you can kind of hear what's going on around you a little bit better.
Sure.
Yeah, I was really surprised by these. It's a really cool thing. If you listen to music and you really like a bass kind of thump, these are going to be right in line with what you want for a headphone.
So I only got to test these very briefly.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to me that you basically throttle the bass to what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Where a lot of times for headphones that come with an app or an EQ setting, they kind of pick and choose what you want.
Yeah.
Do you want more bass or do you want more highs? Do you want, this is for rock, this is for hip hop, this is for spoken word.
Right.
Where sometimes it sounds pretty close to what you want. You just want a little bit more oomph or a lot more oomph. It was so interesting to me to kind of like adjust that dial.
Right.
And feel that music change.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were in a car and you had a really nice equalizer.
Yeah.
And just said, here, let me hit the bass boost.
Yep.
But not an all or nothing thing.
Right.
Let me just give you a little bit more bass.
Right.
It's very noticeable as you make those changes.
Yeah.
What it does to your music.
Yeah. It's cool. The other thing, I haven't actually tried this yet. In the Skullcandy app, you can do a personal sound profile. So you take a little short hearing test,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll give you a personalized EQ based on what you said in that test.
You're not going to want to do that right now.
Yeah.
Not with that
No,
ear thing going on.
Not with this ear thing going on.
No.
That's wise advice. I appreciate your wise counsel. Oh
boy.
The other thing that this has is voice control. So you can change, you can say, play, pause, next track. You can even dial up the volume on the crusher, on the bass stuff. But it features 5 different languages that you can do that in.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool.
So you've been learning Spanish to do this?
No,
Oh.
not especially, but for anybody that is not a native English speaker,
Mm-hmm.
there are options out there so that you can use your headphones how it's most comfortable for you. And I thought that was a really cool feature to add.
Yeah.
You don't see that kind of stuff much, and it's very cool for a tech company to go. Not necessarily all about the tech, but more about the experience of how you use it. They have a 50-hour battery with rapid charge. Now I imagine that if you're using ANC, and have that crusher mode dialed up, that's probably going to impact that 50 hours. But 50 hours for just headphones in general, that's pretty good.
Nice. So you mentioned you use these for mowing.
I did.
Does it block out a lot of the sound?
Yeah, it was great. I have, moved to an active noise canceling headphone or earbud for like doing mowing and yard work and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this was just as good as everything else I had been using. But with that bass, I could actually, it was just more fun.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Are these on ear or over ear?
Over ear.
Over ear.
Yeah.
Okay. So that the last question that comes to mind with that, like thinking if I'm outside and it's getting warmer, did they get sweaty or did you get warm wearing them?
I did. It wasn't bad. The style of the ear cups is like a faux leather kind of covering. Wipe down real easy.
Okay.
These I don't believe have an IPX rating.
I'm not seeing that in the specs here.
So that's one thing to keep track of if you're getting real sweaty. Maybe not the best idea to use these, but for yard work and stuff, I thought it was fine.
Yeah, for commutes and chilling in the library and
for normal everyday kind of mobile listening. These are going to be awesome.
Okay. And now I see them in black. Is that the only color they come in?
As far as I can tell.
Okay.
I don't see it much like you. Yeah, it's a true black. They don't have any other options for colors.
Okay. And the price on these is
these are coming in at $229.
$229.
Yeah.
All right. And again, those are Skullcandy Crusher
ANC 2.
Crusher ANC 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.